This video is going to be my new updated ghost follower removal guide, because out of all the methods I've tried, this one is by far the best. This new method is both the safest way and the most accurate way to identify and remove your ghost followers that I've ever seen. The only catch is that this is actually going to be a two-part video series. So today we're going to show you how to do everything efficiently and safely, and then I'm going to come back in about a month or two and show you all of the results, show you how my growth and my engagement improved after removing these ghost followers. All I ask is you hit subscribe so that I can get that video to you when it's done, but let's get into it. Now, in the past, what I've used to identify my ghost followers has always been phone apps. But the problem with these phone apps is typically as my page gets bigger, they get less accurate. On top of that, most of these apps require your login information for Instagram, which has definitely got me into some trouble in the past. Now, the new method that I've started using, which is a lot more accurate and also won't directly get you into trouble with Instagram, is to contact people on Fiverr that do ghost follower identification as a service and to have them identify my ghost followers for me. And to give you a quick idea of how everything went, I just went to Fiverr and typed in Instagram ghost follower identification. And then I scrolled through until I found somebody with 5 stars that seemed legit, that didn't want my login information, and had a decent price for a page of my size. Now, all in, it cost me about $40 after a tip to get this done. And that might seem kind of steep, but you also got to understand that the price goes up the bigger a page is. So if you've got a page smaller than mine, it might actually be cheaper than what I paid. You should also understand that spending this money is an investment into your Instagram. It may seem like a lot up front, but this is definitely going to help you to grow faster down the road. Now, if we actually take a minute to look at what I got for this $40, I got 4 documents, the first of which is an Instagram analytics report. Now, this analytics report tells me a bunch of great info. Some of it is stuff I can just find on my own Instagram analytics, but the most important stuff is it tells me who my ghost followers are, and it also tells me who my most loyal followers are. Now, Lisa, who ran my analytics report, identified that I had 8,827 ghost followers, which for my page at my size, that's about 1/3 of my followers that would be ghost followers. And one thing that I found was really interesting in her report is she actually said that she only recommends that people remove about 85 ghost followers per day. Now, I don't know if that advice is solid or if she has that artificially low to help push more sales for her own removal service, but I'll tell you guys that personally, I do shoot for that 125 plus per day. And this is something that we got to talk about real quick. The biggest way to get in trouble with Instagram removing ghost followers is to have somebody automate that removal for you, to give somebody your password or to give somebody the right to do it on your behalf. The second way that you can get in trouble removing ghost followers is removing too many, which is why she said 85 a day and I say about 125 a day. Now, you can pick a number more conservative or more liberal to try and do something that feels right for you. But personally, I found as long as I don't remove more than about 25 every hour and a half and more than 125 in a day, you can remove that many ghost followers and not get blocked or get an action ban. And then just to make sure that we're all on the same page, an action ban is basically where Instagram looks at your account and says, hey, they've done a lot of actions that's looking kind of spammy or almost looks like they're a bot account. Maybe you've liked too many posts recently, you followed too many people, or unfollowed too many people. And what they're going to do is, if you catch too many of them, they're not going to allow you to do any more actions for several days straight. They might limit your reach and they could even shut down your account. So action bans are definitely something that you want to avoid. But back to the main topic at hand. Do I actually think that Lisa identified 8,000 ghost followers in my audience? Do I actually think about 1/4 of my audience are ghost followers? The answer is no. And let me explain. When a ghost follower identification service actually looks at who your ghost followers are, the way that they tell is based on out of all of your accounts, which ones haven't interacted with you at all in a long time. Now, this isn't a perfect measure, and the reason is Instagram's algorithm is only going to push out your content in small pockets to your followers right after you post it. So by example, on my page, when I first post a piece of content, in the first hour, it might only get in front of 200 people. Depending on how those 200 interact with the content, it may go out to more of my followers or it may not. So if I have a high percentage of ghost followers and the content's not going as far in my own fan base, my number of ghost followers is going to seem higher than it actually is, just because my content is not getting in front of some of these people, so they appear as though they're not interacting with any of my content, but they just haven't seen it. So what I'm saying is I might be able to revive some of the followers that were identified as ghost followers in her report. I might be able to actually revive them and bring them back to life by getting rid of some of the other ghost followers. So now they're seeing my content, and while they appeared like a ghost follower, maybe now they'll actually start interacting now that they're seeing it. And that logic is actually going to help dictate our sort of order of operations for who I remove first and who I remove after. So what I ended up doing to basically help me get rid of the most egregious ghost followers first was to actually take this ghost follower document that she had sent me, the Excel file, and filter all of these ghost followers by the amount of people that they were following. So if they followed the maximum amount of people on Instagram, which is 7,500, or they were around there, those were the first ones that I wanted to get rid of, because those were most likely the strongest ghost followers. And some of the people that were maybe only following 300 accounts, I might be able to kind of convert them back into my environment and my page. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm basically eliminating the most obvious ghost followers, and then I'm hoping to maybe convert back some of those less obvious ghost followers back into active followers. If you guys want to see my journey, see how this all pans out, see where I'm at in about a month or two, do make sure that you hit subscribe. My name is Mitchell. God bless you guys, and thank you for your time, man.